Alright, vanilla smell's coming back. I figure out which way the wind's coming. It's coming up from my left. And start falling. They'll let me know if I'm getting too close. Yeah, baby. Where you at? I smelt you one time. I'll be right back. I'll go through some shit right through here. I'll smell it again. They're up in that area right there, so they're working their way up to that ridge right there. There's the top of it right there. And they'll either go around and come out over there, or they come up and go behind me. But right now they're staying below me. So I'll be right back. Okay. I've been tracking them for the past 10 minutes. And you know when you're getting close, and you see leaves broken off here. You see where they stepped right in here. This is where they stepped. Yeah, broke off. That's one broke off. It broke off. Right there. Come over here. You can see where they're kind of like walking fast and everything. Okay, I know exactly where they're going now. Look at this. Right there. That's both. Now, this gives me the idea to learn this way. I want to show you a tic-tac-toe board that they made. This is pretty ingenious. Look at this. This right here. This right here goes over. No one goes over. Under here, this was laid here. That over there was laid that way. That right there was laid over that way. That one right there is coming over this way. And what do you got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Tic-tac-toe board. That is pretty ingenious, man. I swear it is. Okay, we're going down that way, so that leads to the field. That's where I'm headed right now. And you can see where they've been coming through here. I can bet you. Dogs are done it. I know they're going to end up there. Look at this here. Right there, they over top it there. It's right here going up that way. Put traction down through here. Yep. So here, that's toward that field. Now they might, instead of going across that field, they might go up in the thicket and cross the trail, across the creek, and go up on that ridge, or they might run down the trail. I don't know. I'm gonna look at the tracks when I get down here. That's the tracks and the plow when they're going right toward that field. Yep. Yep. Right there. That comes down like that right there. Oh yeah. Track right there, they're going that way. Across here. down there. Been smelling the vanilla now and swallowing it. Might not come out the same path as some other birds. I don't know where they're going. Field's right over there. Yep, get down through here. Toes, right there. Right here. Toes right there. Here to here. That's a big freaking foot from here. I can't find it, but you can see where they're stepping down. See how the leaves are messed up? Right through here. These leaves right here messed up. Alright, you come down through here. Okay, now let's see what we got out here on the trail. They might have avoided the field altogether and went into the woods and crossed the creek. Okay, let's see here. Well, actually, you really can't see anything. Okay, let's see here. Track right there. A lot of deer come through here. Let's see more. Alright, I'm going to go up here and come down that little path right there. This is the area that they were tearing the shit. So we got those boys right in one of those trees right there. Got them boys breaking in the trees there. Buck one's right there, one right there, one right there. Walk this trail a little bit. Find here. You see a few trees being pushed out in the trail up here. Ain't nothing better but this trail. But that whole ridge right there is where they hide in too. So I'm gonna shut her down for right now until I get to the other spot, and I'll turn it back on and let y'all know what I'm smelling. Alright, start back. I'm being followed right now. Because on the other reason I say that, on the other side of the creek, something is spooking birds up as I'm walking. Every minute or two I'll hear a dove on the other side of the creek over there. Spook a bird up. You can hear him flapping in the, trying to get out of the leaf, trying to get out of the laurel brush. Because when I first hit this trail coming out, when I first hit this trail coming out, I heard some rocks. Like someone stepped on some rocks and hit one across the creek. And right now, I can hear them moving in the thickets. So I can honestly say I'm being followed right now. And it's the same one I'm thinking about. It's a day watcher. Because I hear twigs breaking and everything on the other side there. Now when I go across the creek, he's going to be over to the left of me. On the same side. So he'll be in the thicket. Right now he'll be walking in the ravine, follow me until I get out of the ravine. So I get on a good path, and then he'll start to move slow. But here's what I'm looking at. Alright, let's see if I can make a touch without busting my ass. And everywhere it goes, I'm gonna bust my ass. Hey man, my feet never even got wet. Anyway, it's over there. Okay. Nice corner here. This is a trail right here that's heading back toward Kennedy Fields. Well, I'm gonna take a little shortcut. I'm gonna go halfway down the trail and cut up that ridge up there. And see what I can find. I'm still hearing birds flop around over in there. Alright, I'll be right back. Okay. Right here is a path that goes up on that ridge right there. There's a path that goes up that way. That path right there on my left is one where I got to that clump of trees right there. I heard a knock. Not even 30 yards to the left of me up on that top of that little hill, one other time. So I'm gonna ease up here and see what I could see. See where it goes, just head back toward the Jeep. I made a big circle already. If I hear a knock, I know the road here. But this is the way the vanilla smell's going. See, that trail goes on up that way and goes on around the ridge. Or you can walk up and get up there to the thick part, drop down the backside of it, which is a real heavy area. Well, covered with a lot of pine and a lot of laurel brush. But we can see what we have here now. It's stone dry up in here. Not allowed to have fires up in here if it's a red flag. Red flag means no fire. It's too dry. Now, look at this hill right here. That's a freaking hill from there to there. Toes right here. I'll show you. Right here's the hill. You got a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right here. See? I'll show you. See right there? Look at this right here. There. Down through here. That thing is 6, 12, 13.5 inches. 13.5 inches, that's a big foot. Okay. That was a couple days ago, made that track. So they travel this thing here too. Usually if the family group is over here, so when I hear the knocks and everything, if it's just one or two, you don't hear nothing. I believe That the group is still on that ridge over there, but there's one following me. He's been following me since I come off that ridge over on the other side of the creek. So, and yes, I can tell when I'm being followed. And I am being cautious walking up in here. Extremely. When I heard that knock, see, you can go right up this little wooded area right here and drop down. There's that trail that goes all the way up the other side, and that's the trail I'm hitting. But they was over on that trail right there when I was back down there at the bottom. So I just gotta be real cautious on coming up in here. I mean, I'm following the footsteps. These steps are about 4.5, 5 foot apart. Right there are pines going through this edge of the trail. This is what the bottom looks like. Bottom trail. They're called CC trails. These trails were made during the Civil War when we had slaves and Yankee prisoners and all that good shit. When I first got zapped, I was back up in there, and I come down, so I come down this trail here and went down over into Kennedy Fields and come around at the bottom half. And I got, where I come in at, I got about 500 yards past that. And that's where they started burning my head up, so I had to back out of there. But I can still feel them being trailed, being watched. I feel like 1,000 little ants crawling up down my spinal cord. But I'm not going to show a sign of submission or nervousness. It's just my back is just killing me with freaking bees. I feel like bees and ants in it up and down my spinal cord. And the only time I get that feeling is when they're around me. I can still hear him. He's up there, top of that little knoll, watching me. Oh man, am I itching. Okay, that patch right there goes right down out in the field where we used to party at. I come in on the other side of the field to come up right up through that hollow right there, up in there. And on the way up in there, I heard tapping on the left and right side of me going all the way up. Damn. I'll be right back.